What's up, good people? Welcome to another vacation edition of Weekend Recap. This is probably going to be an hour long and make the record for the longest weekend recap on the channel, now that I'm thinking about it, because we are going to be gone for 10 days. But on the other hand, I might not post, or capture, I should say, all 10 days, depending on what we're doing. So we'll figure it all out when we get there. We're just here to have a great time, and it's going to be an interesting vlog. Let's see how it goes. So before we even get into this weekend recap, I am catching y'all up on what has happened this past week since the girls trip. If you missed the girls trip edition of Weekend Recap, it will be in the description box below for you guys. Me, along with my mom and my unbiological auntie, I like to call her. We had a great time in Destin and had a little girls getaway. It was so much fun. Went to the beach, went to the pool. It was just a great weekend all around. The weekend after the girls trip was Stellar's weekend, July 13th through the 15th, and this is a very big time for the gospel music industry and community every single year because the Stellars are awards for gospel music. So this year they were hosted in Las Vegas, and when I say it looked like they had a time, okay? So of course they have released the roster of all of the winners for this year's Stellar Awards, and my goodness, I am so happy to talk about this. So Zacardi Cortez is personally one of my favorite male vocalists of all time in the gospel industry. He's a vocal alien. There's no other way to put it. He's just amazing. He is out of this world. So this year, during the Stellars, he won Traditional Male Vocalist of the Year, Traditional Album of the Year, and then Praise and Worship Song of the Year. Oh my goodness. I am so proud of Cardi. I remember seeing his post and I just remember smiling so hard and getting emotional. I cried. Y'all don't understand. His project last year changed my life and has changed the lives of so many other people. There's at least 4 songs on that record that just make me cry, just bawl. And his project came out during my birthday weekend actually last year. And since that time, my pop got sick and, passed away. And his album stayed on loop through that rough time. And it's just a no track skip album. I am glad that the impact that he has made had a chance to shine through in the Stellars, and he definitely deserved this. And I'm just, I am so happy. And even when I think about his album title of his latest project that he won, Traditional Album of the Year for, it's just, the album title is Imprint. And I just think that's amazing because Imprint really left an imprint. It's one of the most special projects that Zacardi has ever released. It couldn't have been more perfect. I mean, Zacardi all around, no matter what he sings, he's gonna kill it either way. But this record is it has a touch that none of his other projects have ever had. And I'm just proud. I'm gonna quit before I cry all over again because, oh my God. So I am very excited, of course, about the Stellars, but at the same time, I have a dilemma. I'm in a pickle here because the Stellars air on TV on Sunday, August 6th. And the Stellars have always aired on the first Sunday of August. However, that is going to be a problem for me this year because I will be out of town that Sunday with my parents because we will be at a church anniversary celebration. My dad is the guest speaker and he will be speaking at 11 a.m. during the 11 a.m. service. And there's also an evening service. So that could possibly cut into the premiere time of the Stellars. So I'm a little touched because I never miss the Stellars, okay? I'm hoping that there's at least 50 more reruns because I need to see it. I need to see it. Tasha Cobbs Leonard and Jonathan McReynolds are hosting it together. Oh, and then you have performances by Kiera Shear Kelly, Miranda Curtis, Zacardi Cortez, Tim Bowman, Faith City Music. Like, I'm hurt. I am bothered. Like, I'm trying to figure this thing out so it can make sense, because this past year has been too good in gospel music for me to miss this year's Stellars. I don't know how to deal. I'm trying to pull it and cool it, but when gospel music has just been such a prominent, soundtrack in your childhood, in your life, and it becomes a part of your routine, like, you don't ever want to break that. Like, I already have this feeling that I'm going to miss it. Yeah. The same weekend as the Stellars were happening in Vegas was the homegoing for C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, who was a gospel singer. And in the Girls Trip edition of Weekend Recap, when we first started, she had passed away. And it definitely shocked everybody, because this was just one that wasn't expected, especially so soon. And it was a mix of happiness and heartbreak during the Stellars. And I saw the service, and y'all, when Ashley's husband started singing to her one last time, that was the greatest level of strength displayed. And I have so much respect for him. He sent his queen off well, okay? That was a grand celebration. I cannot believe Ashley's gone still. Like, this is just crazy. You would have never thought, like, it would happen so soon like this. And it's very sad. And this loss definitely takes the cake. I must definitely say that I found myself both smiling and crying the entire weekend as I'm scrolling through social media, seeing posts about Ashley and the Stellars at the same time. But God has definitely been carrying everybody through, and he will continue to do so. And that was the weekend. Y'all are now caught up on what has happened the past week, so now we can get into the fun of things. So happy Wednesday, y'all. So it's dark, and I definitely meant to vlog earlier, but time was just not in my favor today. Today was basically all about packing. I have already got my bag packed, and any last minute things that I need will go in a smaller suitcase tomorrow. I'm more ahead than I thought I would be, so that is definitely encouraging. I am excited about this 10-day vacation. Like, everybody's going to be on Do Not Disturb. This is my time. This is our time. Yes, I am ready. We are currently putting gas in the vehicle right now so that we won't have to do that on our way tomorrow. And then we're going to go in Walmart, get some last minute things and snacks and whatnot for the trip. And I will be sure to vlog in the daylight tomorrow. Hey y'all, it is currently, 6:51. We are leaving in 9 minutes on the road to Orlando, but our first stop on the way is Pensacola to do some business, which is why we woke up at 6 to get there at 10, hopefully. Definitely taking a nap on the way, and then that'll be over with, and we'll be on our way to Jacksonville later, and then we will be there until Monday, and then Monday we go to Orlando. The reason why we are going to Jacksonville after Pensacola is because my dad, with some of his ministerial colleagues, are going to an event together, so we're gonna let dad go do that. While that's going on Saturday, my mom has a women's meeting for church that she's gonna do on Zoom from our room, so I get to sleep in. It's gonna be perfect. Sunday we will have church and then head to Orlando on Monday. Tuesday is Animal Kingdom. And that is currently all that I know at the moment. We will most definitely plan and have a family meeting in the car. But whatever happens, y'all are going to be here for it. And that is one thing that I can guarantee. And listen, I will have you know that I already put everybody on Do Not Disturb, because I am not going to be bothered by anybody, okay? I am not playing. Hey y'all, so we are finally here in Jacksonville. Super excited to be here. It was a good drive from Pensacola all the way here to Jacksonville. We had like probably a 5-hour trip. It wasn't bad with a couple stops because of my back. Ever since my scoliosis surgery, back and car trips really don't go together. Happy Friday. We're in Jacksonville. It is our first official full day here. We made it in last night, went to Walmart and then picked up some dinner, came home, ate, and then crashed. We were definitely tired, I must say that. I mentioned yesterday that we are here because my dad, along with some of his clergy colleagues, are going to an event tomorrow. I haven't been to Jacksonville at least in a decade. It's been a hot second, so it is nice to be back, and we're just doing some shopping today. What a fun day of shopping. We're back in for the evening. I'm gonna put whatever pictures and stuff I captured today in this next part. So happy Saturday. I posted a new Couch Conversations episode today. Y'all go check it out. Today marks 4 months since my pop passed away, so that's basically what that's all about. We also can't forget about the fact that my favorite singer slash worship leader sung live in California last night. My girl sang. Okay, I love her so much. She's just... what more do you want me to say? So she started off with God Is by Melvin Crispell III. Sis got off stage and drove that song, okay? One thing about country church girls is that we can't ever leave the song and not drive it. Okay? God is. And then she gonna go into a song that just wrecks me every single time, and that is All I Want. It is actually by James Fortune. The lyrics in the song speaks to my heart. It's so direct and personal. It just hits different every time. Like I said, this is James Fortune's song, and Mignon was actually featured on both the live and studio versions of this song, and I just think it is one of the best songs that Mignon has ever been featured on, or the best song that James Fortune has ever written.
We all want to feel accepted and experience real love, but Our own emotions try to convince us that we'll never be good enough, but no longer feeling like a mistake, found by your grace that I can't escape. Jesus is you. The broken parts of me that haven't healed. Woo! And I'm gonna say this right here. But you're working on me. Jesus is you. Oh, understand the language of my the broken parts of me that haven't healed. Come on, say it one more time. Come on. All I want, say it. If that is you, can you just lift your hands and sing it? Of you, Jesus. Come on, we're going to sing it again together. All we need is more. I can't survive without you. I need more of you.
And I will have you know that when she started crying, I started crying. Like, it goes left every single time. And then she started singing Everything by Ty Tribbett. I mean, the floodgates open. Like, I had chills. My eyes were glued to the screen. I forgot where I was for about 15 minutes. Y'all know I'm a worship freak, so this was for me.
You're everything. You're everything to me. Not just some things, but you are everything. ALL, everything. You're everything to me. You are everything. Come on, Chris. You are everything. You're everything. One more time. You're everything.
Just to get to hear her sing live yesterday made me smile like it always does. I had chills. I was overcome with emotions. She just sings in a way that if you're watching virtually, you feel like you're in the room with her too. Like, I was moved. Let me tell y'all something. Auntie did her thing last night, okay? I am so proud and I cannot wait till the next event that she sings at. I love her so much, and God is so good. I'm glad that I had some dedicated worship time. Like, that was perfect. I will have you know that I am rewatching her part all over again. So my dad is at the leaders meeting. My mom is doing a Zoom for our women's department for church. After that, we're gonna do some fun things and fun stuff, and it's gonna be a great day. I just got home from dinner. Happy Sunday. I have had no time to vlog, but let me just tell y'all something. Church was good today. I'm just gonna share all of my favorite moments at once. I don't have time to explain. I gotta pack because we are going to Orlando tomorrow. Today was our last day in Jacksonville, so just watch all this goodness.
and praise him. If you got it,
I got it.
let me see you clap your hand.
I got it.
If you got it,
I got it.
let me see you get on your feet.
I got it.
If you got it,
I got it.
let me hear you shout, amen.
I got it.
And if you got it,
I got it.
let me see you leap for joy. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Sometimes the shifts that God will allow us to experience, sometimes painful, even though they may be purposeful. Typically, when we think of shift, we think of shifts in terms of that which is glorious, in terms of that which brings us happiness. Many of us anticipate the shifts because we expect something positive to emanate from the shift. There'll be moments in our lives when all of us will find ourselves in a shift that we do not like. And sometimes we want to rush God and move him out of that period because it's uncomfortable. It's not based upon what we had envisioned. What happens when my location does not match my vision? And you find yourself in an uncomfortable place. And what do we do when the shift is uncomfortable? And what do we do when I don't like the place where you have me? I want to give you a couple things and I'll take my seat quickly. The first thing this text is tailored to teach us is when you find yourself in an uncomfortable shift, a place that you don't like, point one, get this, you got to resolve to be productive. While you're in this season, here's the problem. Many of us have allowed our theology to be affected by cliches. And we say stuff like this: I'm waiting on my season to come. I'm waiting on my season to come. Brothers and sisters, let me say to you that existentially, you and I are always in seasons. It's impossible to have existence and not be in a season. Even the natural order of things, climatic conditions understands we're always in season. Problem is, theologically, we say stuff like, I'm waiting on my season, as if you're not in one. The problem is, we've attached my season to success. Now, it may not be the season of your desire. Y'all quiet on me. Y'all quiet on me here. And see, here's the problem. We're waiting on my season. But my season does not come unless I've been responsible in the previous one. Okay, y'all quiet. See, my Bishop Murphy has a song, this is my season of grace and favor. This is my season to reap what I have sown. Then he closed that song out by saying, I've got a seed in the ground. The basis of that song is, I have the expectation that a season is coming that's going to be based upon grace and favor. But before my season of grace and favor came, I was in a season of putting seed, y'all quiet on me here, in the ground. So if it's not the season that you like, it must be the season of planting. Can I help somebody here today? I believe that even though the season you're in may not be comfortable, you may not like it, but if we manage the uncomfortable seasons well, Paul said there's another season that's called due season. Y'all quiet. And if I be not weary in well doing, in due season I shall reap if I faint not. Now, I can't tell you when due season is on the calendar. You know, one of the greatest deliverances you can find is when folk who have tried to destroy you and folks whose actions put you in an uncomfortable place, but you can look at them. You don't sleep with them on your mind and your Glock under your pillow waiting for an opportunity to see them again. You don't wish bad on them. Yeah, come on, you don't want to kill them no more. Come on, help me somebody. I wish I had somebody be real with me around here. My God, you can look at the picture, it don't make you sick no more. Help me talk to somebody.
Yo, this self-checkout at Walmart is running me low, okay? Here I am, showing my face in the place because I have been doing a lot of in-between things and showing you guys other things besides vacation and vacation things all at the same time. This vlog is so scattered, but that's just how weekend recap is sometimes. But in addition to all of the Orlando excitement, today is my 7th ministry anniversary. It is definitely a journey that I look back on, and it's definitely had its challenges, but of course, when you think about what it's worth and who it's for, you know, your perspective really changes, and I'm proud of how far I've come these past 7 years, and I kind of talked about it, and if you want to go see it, it's in the description box below. And yeah, and also, can we talk just for a second about church yesterday? I know I didn't show everything, and I didn't break everything down by the highlights like I normally do, but one thing you can count on is that Pastor Smith and that band is going to come through every single time. But yeah, these past few days have been wild, but have been so good, so relaxing, so fun and enjoyable. I'm about to pack my little backpack for Animal Kingdom so that tomorrow it will be easy to begin our problem-free philosophy.
I present to you His Majesty, the Lion King.
Welcome, everyone. It's me, Simba. You've all picked a very special day to visit. You see, today, we've come to town for a big celebration, and you, my friends, are invited to join in the fun.
Come on, everybody! Get ready to clap your paws. Stop
How you doing? Don't worry, our funny Timber is here. The show can begin. Hey, what are you doing? Slow down, slow down! I'm supposed to be center stage. Who's driving this thing?
Simone, glad you can make it. We can't have the celebration without you.
So now, let's settle down. For the last time, I want quiet! Thank you. Maestro, if you please.
It's a video.
Am I on the record?
Is it too cold for you? It's too cold.
If it was hotter outside.
Later.
So, hey y'all, it is Friday. We are at the Grove. We moved resorts. We moved from the one that we were staying at the past 3 days and moved to the Grove today, and we are now at their pool. So this is the second pool day of our vacation, which has been amazing. I can't wait. Okay, so happy Sunday. It's church day, of course, but we're still on vacation. We don't leave until tomorrow, but church was still good today because I tuned into House of Hope Atlanta. This summer shift is doing some things. I don't want it to end. So one of my favorite parts today was worship. Mignon, otherwise known as my favorite singer and worship leader, turned the congregation into a mass choir today. It was so perfect. I'm not even kidding when I say like she's one of the best ministers of music to ever do it. And then they're gonna sing one of my favorite songs, and it's also a classic. You cannot beat that.
Oh, say, oh Lord, how excellent, oh, how excellent, Jesus, oh, excellent, oh, is thy name. One more time, say, oh Lord, Jesus. Is your name. I said, Jesus, it's only you. Father God, inside us. Jesus, oh, we love you. We praise you. We honor you, Jesus. The Bible declares, wonderful are your works. Yeah, Jesus, you're excellent God. You're excellent God. Yeah. Oh, you're excellent, Jesus. You're faithful God. You're all that we care. Your holy name. Lift your hands and worship Him. We bless you, oh God, you're excellent. Oh God, you're excellent. Oh God, you're mighty. Oh God, you're faithful. Oh God, you're wonderful. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it well. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it well. Give Him glory, give Him glory. Oh, Jesus. Say excellent. Say Jesus. Yeah. Say excellent. Excellent. You are Jesus. Say now come on and bless Him like you know He's excellent.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I searched the whole world over. I found that none. Not my mama or my daddy. There's none like you. Hey, my. Keep it right there. There is. There is. You've been good to me. There's none like you. When I look back over my life, there's none like you. Glory, 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 glory. I said, there is, there is, there. When you look where He brought you from, there's none like Him. When you think about how He keep on saving you, there's none like Him. Come on, tell Him. That's you. Tell Him. Tell Him. Tell Him. Tell Him. Say it one more time. There is, there is, there is. Father, we thank you. We honor you. Thank you for this moment of corporate worship. Thank you for this privilege for the church to sing. Say just one more time, there is.
Of course, if you've been paying attention to Weekend Recap, then you know that Pastor Smith has been on this series about, the next play and shifting seasons and all of that stuff. And he continued into that path today. And whoo!
I want to talk from this thought very simply in our series from this thought. When life suddenly shifts. I came to tell you, brothers and sisters, life for all of us can suddenly shift on you. Sometimes, my brothers and sisters, in life, things rarely go according to plan. And what happens in life when you have a vision board, and it seems that all the pieces were coming together, then out of nowhere, your life has turned upside down. And maybe I'm talking to somebody today who's experienced a sudden shift in life. What you thought was going to be the case in January has shifted by July. The first thing you ought to do is when life suddenly shifts on you, get this, number one, is you need to connect with the right partners. I said you need to connect with the right partners. Do you have anybody in your life when you can't get a prayer through, you can go to them and they're not going to talk about you and put your business on Facebook, but you need somebody who can lift you when you can't lift yourself. Too many of us go to people who ain't got no power to help us. Once you've come to the right partner, connect with the right partners, I want you to consider what you already possess. Yeah, he said, I want you to consider what you already possess. There's something you got that you've already been through. There's something that you got that you already paid for. And what's on the inside of your possession is enough to get you out of this predicament. Let me tell you something. You know the problem that we go through in life when life brings sudden shifts? The first thing the enemy wants you to do is forget about what you've already gone through. He wants you to forget about what you already got on the inside. Let me tell you something. When people see you prospering, when people see you blessed, and they start trying to figure out and talk about who you are and where you are in life, you don't have to get on their level. Just simply tell them, you don't know what I had to endure to get what I got. A price was paid to get me where I am. And a lot of folk want your status but don't want your suffering. A lot of folk want your anointing but can't handle the aggravation. Am I talking to somebody who has gone through something in life? You've been crushed, you've been wounded, you've been bruised, and you can tell somebody, I paid a price to get where I am. Every place you are in life, you went through something to get there. Number three, you got to commit to your own process. Oh! I need you to raise the level of your expectation. You know, I'm on my way out of here, but you know why some of y'all won't get nothing? Because you don't expect nothing. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Some of you won't get nothing because you don't expect nothing. I need you to open your expectation and start seeing more clearly. If you see it, take a moment and give God praise. I don't hear nobody. I don't hear nobody. He said you got to cut off some people.
So that has been my Sunday, soaking up all of these last good moments and memories before we head back home tomorrow. This vacation has definitely been a comeback for all the other summers that I have missed and not getting to take a, proper vacation. I mean, summer 2017, my dad became pastor, and I lost that summer because my dad was trying to commit a lot of his time into his new position. And so with that, I basically got a summer with my grandparents, and we didn't take necessarily a family vacation for us. And then summer 2018, we went on like a little staycation, but it wasn't like nothing where we went out of town and actually got away from everything and everybody. And then summer 2019, I lost my grandmother. I also had surgery that year, and I spent the whole summer recovering. It was a hot mess, so that was screwed. Summer 2020 was already crazy just with COVID and everything. You know, you couldn't really do anything. And then 2021, we started to venture out, and we came here for vacation actually in 2021. That was summer 2021. And then last year we didn't go anywhere because my pop actually got COVID, and we just kind of stayed near and close by because we really did not know what was going to happen. And it was just, and there were other things that were going on, and it was just like, it's not a good time. So being able to have this time away this year is definitely a major comeback that I am so grateful for. And yeah, this was amazing. But yeah, here's the look for today. This high pony is really doing something for me today. Curled the ends and then have my 2 frontal pieces. When we come back home, I am getting it done. I am so excited. So that's all I have for this special vacation edition of Weekend Recap. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I enjoyed myself. It was great. I'd do it all over again. Next week school starts. I have not done any school shopping, so how fun. But eventually we will get it together this upcoming week. But until then, I have another weekend trip to prepare for, and then I come back and we will be sitting on the heels of the first day of school. So as we're closing out summer break, stay tuned for another weekend recap and also a summer break recap. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all either later this week or next week.